Ever wanted to go to Africa without leaving Arkansas? Well, on this week's show, I think we just may be able to accomplish that for you. This is the Arkansas African Ozarks, if you will, here at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, big cat country. Come along with us and we'll show you what we're talking about.
Oh, I know it. Go up there and then. What? What, big boy? He was bought at an auction in Missouri for $175.
Since 1992, Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, located 7 miles south of Eureka Springs off Highway 23, has been rescuing distressed big cats from all across the country, providing them a lifetime home. It's become one of the largest big cat refuges in the world. Each cat, of course, comes with a story, such as Colby.
Colby came to us from South Texas, about 3 hours south of Houston even, and he was a result of the pet trade. There was a guy traveling down the road and had him in the back of his pickup truck in a haphazardly built cage, and they saw Colby in the back of the truck, this guy and his friend, and they flagged him down and ended up buying Colby because he lived out in the country and knew he could give Colby a better life. He went home and built a cage for Colby and told his wife you know, he's also told his wife and their 3-year-old daughter that he was going to bring home a tiger. Well, his wife really didn't believe him, so she didn't think much of it until he actually did bring Colby home. He went back, purchased a tiger from that guy, brought him down to his house and put him in the cage, and his wife told him beforehand that if you bring a tiger to our house, that I'm going to take our child and I'm going to leave because it's not a safe thing to have a tiger around with a 3-year-old kid. So when Colby came, the wife and the child left, and they went to her mother's house and lived there at her mother's house until he found Turpentine Creek. And there was still a period of about 3 months before we agreed to take him, before we could actually had room to bring him in. And during that 3 months, the guy's wife and child did live with her mother. And a week after we come to get him, they got back together. The wife moved back home and the child moved back home, and we found out just a month ago that they're living happily ever after. And at the same time, we let Colby out into this big area, and now he enjoys a life in the best of the Africa in the Ozarks we can give him. The stories of all the cats, a lot of them come to us where people had them as pets. Most of them come to Turpentine Creek for just that one reason, is they seen them, they bought them, picked them up for a pet, brought them home, and soon found out otherwise that the big cats don't make good pets.
Really sad. I mean, people still think that they look at a little bobcat and think, oh, he's going to be cute like a little kitty to take home. And it's like, no, it's going to grow up big and eat you. So it's probably not a good idea to take him home.
Probably not.
So it's just kind of humanity. You just kind of wonder sometimes.
This poor lion decided he was a house pet, which crazy, but anyways, and he was doing really well in the home till he ate the family recliner. So I'm thinking Dad was the upset one at that one. But, you know, I think it depends on how ratty the old recliner was. I think it might have been a plus.
Well, I was very impressed with the care the animals are getting. They all look extremely healthy, and I'll tell you, I'm a long retired veterinarian, and you don't usually see cats looking this healthy. frequently even in some of the zoos.
I know, it's been a week, hasn't it? I ain't coming to see you in a week. I was gone 4 days of those, I promise. I wasn't even yeah, I know. Oh, you got lots to say today? Why you gonna lay in the den? Why ain't you out there on your shady bench? Huh? We put it there for you. The relationships you build with the cats are lifelong. I don't get to spend as much time with them one-on-one as I like to, because we have over 100 of them. But the ones that are, you know, real close to me certainly take time out most days to get down and spend some time with them. And they really enjoy and crave human attention and affection. Sadly enough, I picture and explain to a lot of people the way I think about a tiger is like a 2-year-old kid walking around with a cocked loaded gun, waving in the air. They have no idea of what happens when the trigger gets pulled. They have no concept of the outcome of their actions. They're a 2-year-old kid carrying a hazardous thing around. Well, the tigers are the same way. They're like, they want to play with you like a 2-year-old wants to play. And when they jump on you and knock you down and grab you by your leg and take off running through the woods, they don't realize they've done something wrong. So when we hear, you know, all around the world where people get hurt by tigers, it's never the tiger's fault. It's never the animal's fault. It's always the person's fault, and it's always the people involved, you know, fault that took the risks.
So come and spend some time for yourself here in the Arkansas African Ozarks at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge near Eureka Springs, where you can also spend the night if you wish. May we recommend either the Deluxe Treehouse or, better yet, the Zulu Safari Lodge, modeled after actual African lodging, so you'll really feel like you're there. Pond Creek National Wildlife Refuge is another one of those tucked away, forgotten about places located in southwest Arkansas, northwest of Texarkana, near Millwood Lake. Looking for a place to fish that's not crowded? Well, this is it. You can have your fill of bluegill, crappie, largemouth bass, and catfish, providing, of course, one of the resident gators doesn't get to him before you do. Pond Creek National Wildlife Refuge is dissected by an intricate system of rivers such as the Cossatot, creeks, sloughs, and oxbow lakes that meander through an extensive bottomland hardwood forest.
We're at Stag Lake and it's a part of Pond Creek. It's good for fishing opportunities and bird watching in the winter, and it's just a nice place to be to get away from people.
Just about any place on the refuge is a nice place to be, and especially at the other area where we were looking at that gator.
Right.
I guess there's one or two in here as well.
I'm sure. Probably quite a few.
The habitats of the refuge support a large variety of bird species that use the wetland forests as a place to nest and forage and to replenish energy reserves for the long journeys to and from wintering areas.
A lot of the migratory neotropical birds, they come from South America and they usually stop here to rest, and some of them do nest. Maybe not many of them, but they do stop and rest a lot of times and then head on their way. One of the things I enjoy most is driving around. Being on the roads of the refuge, I get to see a lot of wildlife, deer running across the roads, birds here and there, and it's relaxing and peaceful to be out here, and I wish more people could see it the way I see it.
And that's been the problem, I guess, in previous years, is educating the public of exactly what's out here for them.
Right. We have many opportunities for people to just enjoy getting out. We have fishing, there's hunting, there's bird watching, and many people don't realize that we do have all of these things for them to enjoy.
Unimproved roads and ATV trails on the refuge serve as popular pathways that will lead you to some great wildlife observation areas.
This is the way to enjoy a national wildlife refuge.
One of the wildlife areas contain a good number of egrets and great egrets. So the National Wildlife Refuge System is first and foremost for wildlife. But these refuges are also for the benefit of present and future generations of Americans. And in knowing that, explore for yourself what America's best kept secret really is all about. Here at Pinnacle Mountain State Park, just west of Little Rock, there are a lot of really neat trails. Of course, the two most popular ones are the ones that go up to the top of Pinnacle Mountain. But there are a couple of others that we'd like to take you along, and the first one being the Kingfisher Trail. Excellent for kids to take a hike on, especially along the Little Maumelle River, along the huge cypress trees. Of course, it's named after our friend there, Kingfisher. The Kingfisher and Arkansas Arboretum trails are located south of Pinnacle Mountain along the Little Maumelle River. At first, your walk along the Kingfisher Trail may not impress you all that much. You may think it's just another trek through the woods. But wait until you reach about the halfway mark along this half-mile loop, where it starts to follow along the banks of the Little Maumelle River. Here you'll see not only all the aquatic life in the river, but also this. Huge 500 to 600-year-old bald cypress trees, which means they've been around since the time Columbus discovered America. "500 to 600 years is just an estimate as to the age of these cypress trees. According to state park officials, they may even be older than that. Since the Kingfisher Trail is paved and fairly level, it is accessible to those who are physically limited. At the 80-acre, 3/4-mile-long Arkansas Arboretum Trail off Pinnacle Valley Road, your tree knowledge continues. Interpretive signs with recorded messages introduce the state's trees along with the 6 natural divisions.
Among the narrow flat-top hills and meandering valleys of the Ozark Plateau, you'll find a fascinating mixture of trees and plants, including some which were left behind after the last ice age.
Guided tours for groups and field study classes may be scheduled on a staff-available basis by appointment, as well as for the Kingfisher Trail. So, enjoy and explore a couple of the other trails at Pinnacle Mountain State Park, and if you do get the urge to go to the mountaintop, that option, of course, awaits you as well. If you happen to be visiting DeGray Lake State Park near Arkadelphia during the warm months of the year, by all means sign up for one of the guided sunset kayak outings, especially if your guide happens to be park interpreter Jason Perry. There's that blue
Check out our great blue heron. Look above you guys, check him out. Yeah, they call that the old man of the river. Mostly because he's got kind of a long beard sometimes underneath his neck with the feathers. All right, Parker, how about you and Dad? Lead the way.
To say that Jason gets a little excited about his work would be an understatement, and I promise you that after you participate in one of Jason's kayak outings, it's an adventure you will never forget.
There's a lot of learning kayaking, the mechanics of kayaking, getting in and out and safety and how to paddle and that sort of thing. And then the second part is, hey, let's interpret the lake, you know, where we're going to talk about the trees and the birds and whatever happens to come up. Depending on the group, depending on time, we might spend more time on the mechanics or we might spend more time on the interpretive part. It's a double whammy.
Well, that's the other part of, doing something like this is going out, especially this lake, and learning about some of the nature around here, the plants and the wildlife.
Listen, what do y'all hear? Cicadas, yes. Thank you for not saying locusts, which is the common term. You hear that a lot. Locusts are kind of like big grasshopper looking things, and cicadas look like giant horseflies, mutant horseflies, huge. Those are the guys that do the summer song here that are all coming out and giving their mating chorus all at once. You'll find their larval form, the exoskeleton of the larva. You see that hooked up on trees and fences and things. I have to say probably the most satisfying thing for me is to take a guest who has never kayaked before at all and is pretty unsure or maybe a little nervous about getting in a kayak, go through a little bit of instruction, get out on the water, and by the end, not only are they paddling well, but they're excited about getting on the water and paddling. And they're talking about, well, what kind of kayak could you buy? Where's a good place to go get kayaks? And we've had several people who were introduced to kayaking at this park and went out and bought kayaks and now are lifelong kayakers.
Really? Huh.
One gentleman in particular started kayaking here 10 years ago and got in the program, never kayaked before, got excited about it, bought a kayak, and now he comes out every year, joins us on many of our paddling excursions. He is a devoted lifelong paddler.
That's
and it
great.
all started, the seed was planted right here. And that's the kind of stuff that just turns me on.
Overall, it was okay. It was, a little relaxing. Just sitting on top of the water. It was relaxing.
After you get the feel of it, keeping your balance, it's
all right.
Yeah.
At first I thought I was gonna tip over if I paddled to one side too hard or something. It's all right.
You think you might like to pick it up again?
Yeah, it might be fun. It might be fun.
I've done it before. I got to take a trip to Costa Rica and do it on a lake before, but I always, take up an opportunity to go out and get a little bit of exercise and have fun, at the same time. So it's just a good experience, a nice, beautiful day out, beautiful lake, so it's nothing better.
What is that? Raise your hand if it's an eagle. Raise your hand if it's a buzzard. Right over the treetops this way. Doop, doop, doop. Raise your hand if it's a turkey vulture. Hey, turkey vulture, yes. Although I'll tell you, on an eagle tour, if we've gone the whole tour without seeing an eagle, those turkey vultures have a tendency to morph into very eagle-like characteristics. Hey, one way we can tell that's not an eagle, when you see him soaring, notice his wings are in a shallow V. Think V for vulture. A hawk or an eagle or an osprey, something like that, their wings will be out straight at the horizontal. They also have to flap a little more often. Vultures are like, yeah, flapping's for the birds, we're just gonna soar. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, not only will you enjoy an adventurous outing, but you will also leave with a better understanding of how nature, wildlife, and humans all coexist in harmony.
Because so often we hear, man, you can't really have a natural place if people go there, because they're going to tear it up and ruin it. Or they're going to chase off all the wildlife. You just can't have people and wildlife together. And yet here we are. The lake's 40 years old, and we haven't run the stuff off yet. There's still deer and eagles and river otter and bear around the lake. All those things that I've seen with me very own eyes I have. So it's not a, hey, that theoretically they could be here. I've seen them. They're here. And they're here even with millions of people that come to the lake every year. Millions. Carl Sagan would be proud. Millions of people come to this lake every year. And look around. Yeah, we've got some noodles. You've probably seen some trash here and there. It's used. We're using the lake. Is it torn up? You see the old burned out cars and the refrigerators and the woods that are all chopped down and hacked up? Not so much. The reason is millions of people come to this lake every year and take care of it. They follow the rules and take care of the lake. They're good stewards. Got little ducks flying by. Just like wildlife, to interrupt while I'm talking about wildlife. They're wild, they do what they want. Millions of people come here and we take care of the lake. And it would be easy to say, well, that's because, the Army Corps of Engineers, the State Park and Game and Fish, the agencies in charge of managing the lake, they clamp down and they don't let you do anything. It's quite the opposite. Here's the rules for the lake. Camp in a camping area. You can't camp wherever you want, just in a camping area. Put your fire in a designated firing area. That's usually the camping areas. No seaplanes. You have to leave your seaplane at home. And none of those kite tubes. The tubes that you pull behind a boat and it goes up 40 feet in the air, flips over and kills the passenger. Can't do that. Other than that, it's your lake, baby. It's a federal lake. It belongs to you. Go where you want to go. You could go tubing. You can go swimming. You want to go swimming right here? Bail off. Do it. Not really. Not on my tour. You want to go explore this island? Go explore the island. You want to go scuba diving, picnicking, boating, jet skiing? You name it. It's yours to do. You want to go hunting? Yes, it's part of the whole management plan. It's got to be in season, of course, have your license, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's hunting around here. Sure enough, we'll see an interesting hunting situation when we get close to the visitor center. So, the deep thoughts by Jack Handy question, which I can't answer for you, is why are people taking care of the lake here? And that's really for you to answer, because everybody has their own reasons.
So explore DeGray Lake in a unique way yourself at sunset in a kayak. And for more on this destination, plus many of our others, and to check out our videos or to order a copy of an episode, visit our website, aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.